Somewhere in a thrift store today, there's a handbag worth more than most people's rent, sitting quietly on a shelf for $8. And the woman who walks away with it isn't lucky. She's trained. She knows something most shoppers never learn. And by the time this video ends, you're going to know it too. So if you've ever walked past a rack of clothes thinking there's nothing good here, stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is going to change the way you see every thrift store you ever walk into again. Hey there, welcome back if you're already part of the Refined After 50 family. And if this is your first time here, I'm so glad you found us. This channel is built for women who want to look put together, feel confident, and live well without spending like they're still working a 9 to 5. Before we go further, if you love looking elegant without overspending, hit that like button and subscribe. And once you've done that, drop a comment below and tell me your city, because trust me, these tricks work differently depending on where you shop. Now let's begin. What separates the women who consistently walk out with real treasures from the ones who walk out empty-handed has nothing to do with luck. It comes down to a handful of small habits that take seconds to use once you know them. And once your eyes are trained, you'll start spotting quality from 3 feet away before you've even touched the fabric. The first thing to train your eyes on is weight. Pick the item up before you even look at the label. Quality garments, the kind made by houses that actually care about craftsmanship, carry a certain heaviness to them. It's not about the item being bulky, it's about the fabric having substance and body. Cheap fast fashion feels light and almost papery in your hands, while a well-made blazer or coat feels dense, structured, like it was built to hold its shape for years and outlive whoever wore it first. Next time you're in the store, grab 2 similar-looking jackets and compare how they sit in your hands. One will feel like it wants to collapse. The other will feel like it has a backbone. You'll notice the difference almost immediately once you start paying attention. And that one habit alone will save you from wasting time on pieces that were never going to last past a few washes. The second habit, and this one surprises people, is checking the inside before the outside. Flip the garment inside out and look at the seams closely. Luxury pieces are finished on the inside almost as carefully as they are on the outside, because the people who built them took pride in every part of the process, not just the part customers see first. You'll notice clean, tight stitching, fabric edges that are bound or finished neatly instead of left raw and fraying, and linings that are sewn in with precision rather than glued or stapled together in a rush. Mass-produced clothing often skips this step entirely because customers rarely check, and manufacturers know that. But the women who know what they're doing always check the inside first, because that's where quality hides in plain sight, and where shortcuts get exposed immediately, no matter how nice the outside looks. Here's something most people completely overlook, and it's the buttons and zippers. Designer houses rarely use plastic, and when they do, it's often a heavier resin that mimics stone or shell. Pick up the button and feel it between your fingers. Metal buttons should feel cool and slightly heavy, sometimes with a subtle engraving or a texture that plastic simply cannot replicate no matter how good the imitation looks under store lighting. Zippers matter just as much. A quality zipper glides smoothly without catching or snagging halfway through, and often has a small embossed name or symbol pressed right into the pull tab. Even if the fabric tag has been removed or worn away completely, the hardware rarely lies, because replacing hardware is expensive and manufacturers rarely bother unless the whole piece is built to last. This is one of those details that takes 3 seconds to check, but tells you almost everything you need to know about what you're actually holding. Now let's talk about something that has nothing to do with the clothing itself and everything to do with timing, because this changes the entire game. Most thrift stores restock on specific days, usually early in the week, And the best pieces get pulled from donation bags and placed on the floor before most shoppers even arrive to see them. If you're showing up on a busy Saturday afternoon, you're picking through what everyone else already passed on. The leftovers of the leftovers. Ask an employee, quietly and kindly, what day new inventory typically goes out onto the floor. Most of them will tell you if you ask nicely, because they see the same regulars come in chasing the good stuff, and they're usually happy to help someone who actually treats them with respect instead of rushing past them. Being there within the first hour or two of new stock hitting the racks is often the single biggest factor in finding something extraordinary, even bigger than knowing exactly what to look for once you're standing in front of it. Another detail that separates real luxury from convincing lookalikes is print and pattern alignment. This one takes a little more practice, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. On genuine designer pieces, patterns line up perfectly at every seam. If there's a stripe, a plaid, or a printed design, it should continue smoothly across the shoulder seam, down the side seam, and around the pockets without breaking or shifting out of place. Cheaper manufacturing cuts fabric quickly and carelessly to save money and time, so the pattern often looks slightly off, almost like the pieces don't quite belong together even though they're stitched into one garment. Hold the piece up, look closely at where two sections of fabric meet, and check if the design flows naturally from one side to the other. It's a small thing, but it's one of the most reliable signs of genuine craftsmanship you'll find anywhere. I also want you to pay attention to the label stitching itself, not just what the label says, but how it's actually attached to the garment. Authentic labels are usually sewn in with the same care as the rest of the piece, flat, straight, and centered perfectly. If a label looks crooked, glued down, or like it was added as an afterthought right before shipping, that's often a sign the item isn't what it's pretending to be. This is especially true with handbags, where the interior label placement and stitching quality can tell you more about authenticity than the actual logo ever could. Quick pause here, because I want to know something. Which one of these tips is completely new to you? Type it in the comments. I read every single one, and it genuinely helps me know what to cover next. And if this video is teaching you something useful, tap that like button right now. It takes 2 seconds and it helps this video reach more women, just like you, who are trying to look elegant without draining their savings. Alright, let's keep going, because there's one more layer to this that most people never think about, and it might be the most valuable one yet. Learn to recognize construction style over brand names entirely. Certain fashion houses have signature ways of building their pieces, things like specific pocket placements, particular sleeve constructions, or unique lining patterns that stay consistent across decades of production. You don't need to memorize every brand's exact style, but you do need to start noticing patterns yourself over time. Spend some time browsing high-end pieces online, not to buy them, just to study how they're put together. Look closely at how the shoulders are structured, how the lining is finished, how the buttons are placed relative to the buttonholes. The more familiar your eyes become with quality construction, the faster you'll recognize it sitting on a thrift store rack, even without ever seeing a single tag or label. Smell and fabric texture matter more than most people realize too. Genuine leather has a distinct, rich smell that synthetic materials simply cannot replicate, no matter how convincing they look from a distance. Run your hand across the surface of anything labeled leather, and pay attention to how it responds. Real leather has slight imperfections, a natural grain, and a softness that feels almost alive under your fingers. Synthetic leather often feels stiff, uniformly smooth, and slightly plasticky, almost too perfect in a way that actually gives it away the moment you touch it. And here's a habit that will completely change your thrifting success rate going forward. Don't just check the women's section and stop there. Some of the best luxury finds are misplaced in men's sections, children's racks, or even home goods, because donation centers sort through bags quickly and mistakes happen constantly during the process. A silk scarf might end up folded in with kitchen linens by accident. A designer belt might be tossed into the men's accessories bin without a second glance. Widening where you look, even just slightly beyond your usual section, dramatically increases your chances of finding something incredible that everyone else walked right past, because they never thought to check somewhere unexpected. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought, because this is really what today's video comes down to. Looking elegant, refined, and put together after 60 isn't about spending more money. It's about spending smarter and training your eye to see value where other people only see old clothes on a crowded rack. Every single tip we covered today, the weight, the stitching, the hardware, the timing, the pattern alignment, the label placement, the construction style, and the fabric texture, these are the exact things people who work in resale and consignment shops rely on every single day. Now you have access to that same knowledge, completely free, and you can use it every time you walk into a thrift store from this point forward, whether you're shopping for yourself or teaching your daughter the same skill. If today's video helped you see thrifting differently, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next, because we've got even more practical tips heading your way soon. Drop a comment and let me know which tip you're trying first. I'd genuinely love to hear it. And if you know someone who'd appreciate this, send it her way, because looking good and living well should never come with a heavy price tag attached. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.